Everyone, by the end of this video, you will know how to use the different tools on the Integromat developer toolbar. My name is Dominik Lehnert. Let's get right into it. When using the Chrome extension for the Integromat dev tools, to open it up, if you're using a Windows PC, you want to press Shift. To open the developer tools in Integromat, first of all, you want to be in your Chrome browser. You want to have installed the Chrome web extension for the developer tools. If you want to find out how to do that, I will link the video below as well. To open the developer tools up, if you're on a Windows PC, you want to press Control-Shift-I. And if you are using a Mac, you want to press Command-Option-I. So I'm on a Windows PC. I'm going to press Control-Shift-I. So the developer tools open up. Here on the very left, I see my Integromat developer tools, and I can see in the tools section, there's plenty of different tools here. So the first one is if I have a big scenario and I want to open up a specific, the settings for a specific module in this scenario, I can just put in the module ID. And as you can see, it's loading and now it's pulling up the settings for this specific module. Especially useful if you have a very, very big scenario and some modules might actually be out of frame. You can use this to open up the settings without having to actually go to the module. So I've selected one which is out of frame, and you will now see that it pops up, but it pops back into the frame. So I don't even have to see the module if I know which ID it has, for example. And then I can change the module, and then I can close it again without ever having to actually look at the module. The second tool you have in your tools bar is you can find modules by the mapping. So let's say I have a huge scenario. There's, let's say, 15, 20 modules in there. And I remember I have 3 Google Sheet modules here in the end. And in one of the Google Sheet modules, I used the sum function. I don't remember which one it was. I don't want to open up all 3, 5, whatever, how many modules to check. So I can just actually search by the mapping I used. So if I put in sum, let's look for sum here. Put in sum as the keyword, then it's going to tell me 5. And what this tells me, it's the ID of the module. So if I look at this one, this is module number 5, and I will see there is probably a sum in here. Let's open it up. And here we go. Yeah, here's a sum mapping. So that's how you can find, if you have a specific mapping you're looking for and you know what function you used in there or what variable was in there, you can look for that. Then also, if you need the metadata for one of the modules, let's say you're talking to the Google support because they need to figure something out and they ask you what version you're using, you can get the app metadata with this tool. So you just look for the version and for the module, and then you get all the metadata. You can also copy a mapping. So if you want to copy a specific mapping, let's say you have 2 very similar modules, and you've already created one, and the second one is just going to be slightly different, then you can just first copy one mapping to the other and then make the changes. So you can use this. You just want to be careful with it because it overrides all the other stuff that you've done before. Second one is you can copy a filter. So if you have filters between modules, you can also do that with this one. You can copy a filter between different modules. Then another really cool feature is swap connections. So this tool on the very right side here. So if we dragged in multiple Google Sheets modules or multiple of the same type that are going to use the same connection, we can actually set up one of them and then just use the same connection in all of the other ones. So let's say we've set up this add a row, the very top one here. We select that one as the source module, then we select the one below this one as the target module. And now it's going to take the connection that was up here and put it in here as well. So let's do the same for the other one. And this way we can automatically put in the connection without having to select it and set it up and open the settings each time. Another really cool feature is swap variable. So if you select the swap variable, you can look for a specific variable and then you can replace it in all instances. So the way this works is you open up the module where you want to replace the variable, let it load up, and then you have this it's called a pill. You have this little pill in here. So to copy the pill, you want to click select all, and then you click back in, and then you can select copy. Now it's copied the pill. So if you just click in like this, then you see you can't select the copy option. You first want to select all, and then you can copy it, and then you can copy that in here. So then it's going to select the pill basically. And let's say you want to replace that with this one. And just as an example, so you go select all again, then you copy that, and then you replace it, copy that in, and now it's copied the pill again. And then we want to update the update a row module, run that. And if we go back in, we can see that it updated the value in here. So it updated the variable. Now it's, instead of key, it says the area name here. So this is how we can update a variable. This is how we can swap a variable. Another one is we can swap an app. So we can actually change, let's say, all the Google Sheets version XYZ against Airtable modules that have the version XYZ. If I would run this, then it would replace all the Google Sheet modules with Airtable modules. Another one is if you want to encode or decode base 64, you can just throw that in here, encode, select encode or decode, throw in the raw data and run it. Then one really cool feature is the copy module name. So this one is pretty simple. You just put in whichever module you want, then you click run, and then it just copies the name of the module into your clipboard. So you can paste it in somewhere else. Another really useful feature is the Remap source tool. So for the Remap source tool, how that works, if you have let's say you have a Google Sheet module here. So you're just adding a row, and then you have, let's say, a product that you're mapping, and you just need it once. And you can see that I'm mapping it from the Google Sheets module with the ID 1. So this is where the information comes from. And this is the very first module in this workflow. Let's now say we want to pull in another one, which also searches some rows from a Google Sheet. And I now want to change. So this one is still going to get its information from the first one. But let's say I actually want to use the input from the second one. So this one is still going to use the first one. And let's say I want to, without having to actually open it up, go in there, etc., etc., I just want to use the information that I pull in the second module here. This is where I can remap the source. So the source module I want to select is the search rows index number 9, so the one I just pulled into the flow. And the target module is going to be the add a row one up here. So for the target module, I'm selecting the one with the index 4, add a row. I run that, and now it has updated the source in here. So what it's now doing is it's pulling its information instead of from the first search rows, from the second one, and that's the remap source function. Another nice gimmick is you can actually highlight apps. So let's say you have a very big workflow and you want to find specific apps, then you can just throw in this one here. You click the highlight app, select which application you want to highlight, select the version of the application, run it, and boom, you are highlighting all the applications. A few more nice gimmicks, more for demonstrations, are down here, where you can showcase modules, where you can change mock labels, which is not stored permanently, and you can change the background if you, for example, want a white background to create screenshots and stuff like that. And also you can migrate your Google Sheets modules with ease. So these are the basics of the tools that you have available in the Integromat DevTools. If you missed any of the other videos on the live stream and the scenario debugger that are also part of the Integromat DevTools, you should check those out as well. If you want to help me make these videos and you want to help me stay caffeinated doing these videos, feel free to buy me a coffee below. Also, if you want to discuss a specific challenge you're facing with Integromat right now, or you're looking for someone to just do it completely for you, build the scenario of your dreams, build what you're looking for, I'm also available for that. Also, feel free to buy me a coffee below. That allows me to set aside some time on my calendar, and we can sit down and have a chat about what you need for your business or what you need for your automations. My name is Dominik Lehnert. Take care and goodbye.